Welcome to Trader TV, your insight into the trading climate for professional investors. I'm Dan Barnes. In this show, we're coming to you from the Fixed Income Leaders Summit in Barcelona. I'm joined by Oscar Kenessey, Head of Derivatives, Fixed Income and Currency Trading at NNIP, and Eric Heleine, who's the Head of the Trading Desk at Groupama Asset Management, to talk about primary markets. Oscar, Eric, welcome to Trader TV.
Thank you.
Thank you
for having us.
So can I start with by asking, what or how important is primary market issuance in getting liquidity in trading today? Oscar, would you like to start?
So I think the importance for us is increasing a lot, especially in credit. So we find it harder and harder to source the liquidity that we need in secondary markets.
Yeah.
And then because of that, we're turning to more and more to primary markets. And to a lesser extent, that's the same is true for governments, I think.
And then what are the actual trading challenges in primary markets?
It's very time consuming on day-to-day basis because you have one trader's focus on all day long on the managing of the whole issuing that you can have on the trading desk.
Right.
It's very time consuming because they populate a lot of information for PMs, but also they populate a lot of information for different people involved in the syndicates. This is why we are very focused to find some digitalization process like platforms to optimize the workflow in terms of to securitize the workflow, but also to optimize the time of the traders involved on the issuing market.
It's not really trading what we're doing there.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a negotiation, certainly if you look over multiple primary issuance.
Yep.
Personally, I feel that, we're in a certain sense, it's the sell side as well as the issuers. It's their party.
Yeah.
They control the rules of the game. And I'm personally liking secondary markets trading.
Yeah.
I'm not too fond of this development that we're increasingly forced to take our liquidity from primary markets.
But it's true, that's agree that the sell side is managing the game, and it's sometimes we would like to improve the process to add some new digitalization workflow and so on. They are not sometimes at the rendezvous.
If you had a sort of ideal primary market scenario, what might that look like, do you think?
If you have one place that's aggregate or gathering all the data, all issuing in one place, you can consume all information that we need. You can create some bespoke research. You can also send our instruction to the syndicate. It's very useful.
Yeah.
The big challenge that we are facing for the moment is to build the last miles between the information collected through a website like iPrio.
Yes.
Sending some details from PM, receive order from the PMs in our order management system. But after that, you need to replace the order by phone.
Yes.
Or by chat. It's quite challenging because we need to build the last miles to arrive to have the full STP process.
Yeah.
And to avoid to pass a lot of call to in different banks, or maybe to use iPrio, for example, for us to centralize our interests. Yeah. But after the centralization, we need to receive the allocation by a STP process. For the moment, does not work. Yeah. And we work a lot with some vendors to find some solution to fill the gaps and to have a full STP process. And after the other challenge that we are facing is we have seen that some other platform would like to come in the game, and it's for a trading buy-side perspective, it's quite challenging because we don't need to we don't want to manage different platforms.
Yeah, and from that perspective, it would be good if some of the dealers that don't support certain platforms, if they would come on board as well.
And then that STP process then does the heavy lifting on the primary markets, which means that traders can focus on the secondary markets, presumably then.
Oh, absolutely. The central problem is, of course, the problem of allocations, how the process around allocations is.
So I think we've outlined what could be a potential sort of scenario that would be better. What do you think the steps would be to try and get to that stage?
I think it has to do also with another phenomenon of the bond markets. We have too many bonds. It would be, in my opinion, much better if corporations, issuers, tapped bonds a lot more.
Yeah.
If corporations, issuers would more actively look at maybe early redemptions, etc., so they could manage a much more concentrated bond portfolio, if they would have the confidence that they will be able to do that.
And so we need to bring sort of the motivations of the different players together to form a consensus. Yeah. Who's actually driving change today? Who do you see driving change?
I think for the moment the buy side try to driving the change.
Right.
I think that the issuer is still on the end of the bank.
Yeah.
I think that when you see the tracking of IPO of a new buy side coming in the pool, it's a good news to demonstrate that the buy side need also to be a part of the discussion.
Yes.
We are too often in situations that dealers that are that were part of the issuance of a bond, when you go back to them, they're not actually actively making a market in that paper. And that's one avenue that the markets could explore to reinstate that behavior.
That's very good. Eric, Oscar, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.